Which of the following technique can an agile team use to ensure project activities comply with organizational and project policies, processes, and procedures? Okay, yeah. A, quality audit. B, frequent delivery. C, backlog refinement. D, iteration review. So you can read the question again. Which of the following technique can an agile team use to ensure project activities comply with organization and project policies, procedures, and processes? So in general, this question is asking, how do you ensure organizational level process compliances, procedural compliances in the agile project? Which technique an agile team probably used to get it? Now, incidentally, you have 4 options, and 3 of those options has some kind of agile words, frequent delivery. A frequent delivery helps us in seeing something going to the business soon. Indirectly, it helps us in knowing the issue early. We know what is happening, what is not happening, but not necessarily get into the adherence part of the processes, adherence part of the organization policies. Say you may have a policy to not to work overtime, for example, just as a process, or you may have and how do we ensure that if the frequent deliveries are happening, overtime was done or not done? So there could be a possibility of violation of that organization policy still doing a frequent delivery. Similarly, the backlog refinement, ideally, we should be considering all organization procedures, processes when we are doing backlog refinement. Sometimes the new item may get added because of organization policies and procedures, but directly the assurance of what is happening as a process compliance is not necessarily coming out of backlog refinement. Similarly, in the iteration review, which goes more or less same like B, you can see the deliverable, but you may not be able to see the background story of it. So what is left? The option A, which is the right option here. Now, sometime you may feel, oh, this seems to be a traditional thing, quality audit. I have worked in the agile world and we hardly hear these kind of term or word or something like this. So the idea here is, first, when you are dealing with a PMP exam, you can assume that there could be a mix-up of agile terminologies and project management terminologies. You need to get into the essence. In the agile world, you may do your compliance, process, adherence, reflection in a retrospective meeting. So this quality audit might happen in a retrospective meeting. In some cases, it might happen during the iteration as well when you are working on it. So it's a kind of work. It's not necessarily a meeting. You may not have a special meeting called quality audit. In some cases you can, but may not have it. You might be doing in the retrospective meeting alone, or you might be having some occasional special audit meetings also. But in general, the idea of ensuring that are we adhering to the organization processes, policies is quality audit. And even in the agile world, especially when you are dealing with PMP, you should be aware that these things can show up in the agile projects as well.